and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. Today I have a wonderful menu. It's my peachy pork chops that are absolutely delicious with a beer rice, which is so unusual but also very, very tasty. And then I have my special green bean recipe from my sweet mother-in-law. And then we have these little miniature cream cheese muffins that I'm gonna make that I think you guys will absolutely love. Very minimal ingredients, but delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because these pork chops take an hour in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these first. I've already seasoned one side, and now I'm gonna season the next side. And these are the little 1/2-inch pork chops with the bone in. I just think with the bone in, you always get a better flavor, and I just like the way they cook better than the boneless for this dish. So what you want to do is season about a teaspoon of salt, and you just want to season each side. I've already done the other side, as I said, and then I've got pepper, and then I have, of course, my garlic powder and onion powder. Okay, so these are now seasoned. So now what I'm gonna do before I sear these, and I'm just gonna sear them on each side and let them finish cooking in the oven. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and get the sauce simmering that I'm going to put over the pork chops. And this is absolutely delicious. This is definitely sweet and savory. So what you wanna do, I've got 4 tablespoons of butter that I've already melted in the pan. And then I have 4 tablespoons of brown sugar and 1 large can of sliced peaches. Yes, peaches. And as crazy as it sounds, it's absolutely delicious, and I'm about to make a mess. Be careful when you pour that in there. All right, and then what you do for this sauce is stir it all together, and I'm gonna cover it and let it simmer for about 10 minutes, just until all these little flavors mingle together. So you want to get this stirred in and let the flavors mix together well. Oh, and I almost forgot. Also, you want to put in here a teaspoon of basil, just dried basil. So I'll stir that in there. Then I'm just going to cover it and let it simmer on low for about 10-15 minutes, or as long as you need. And I'm going to stir it every few minutes too. So, okay, so that's done. Now I have got this heated. Make sure that's good and hot, and I'm going to take and sear each side of these pork chops. And you only want to do maybe 2 or 3 at a time in the pan. You don't want to crowd it. So we'll see how many I can fit in there. I think I can fit 3. Okay, and then those are just going to sit in here for about 2 minutes, and then I'll flip them. And then I'll show you guys what I do after I brown each side. So I've got these pork chops seared on both sides. They look almost ready, but they're not. So here's the next step. I have my little peachy sauce mixture over here, and it cooked for about 10 minutes. What I'm gonna do is spoon the peaches over each one, and this juice just gets in these pork chops, and it makes it so tender, and it is just an incredible little dish. I love pork chops, and a lot of times I'll do them on the grill, just to, you know, with some barbecue sauce. So I love to try to come up with some different type of pork chop recipes, and this is definitely one of them. All right, so I've got all the peaches out, and now I'm down to just the sauce. So what I want to do is just pour evenly over each one. There's one more little peach hanging out in there. Okay. And this sauce will also thicken as it cooks in the oven. So now what I'm going to do is take a piece of foil, cover it, and I'm going to bake this at 375 for 1 hour. And when we come back, I'm going to get started on my green beans, my rice, and those wonderful little muffins I told you about.
In choosing a contractor in today's market, you know, finding someone that is going to take care of you and make sure that you're happy with their product, with the quality. It's not an easy task today. The most important thing to me is doing what you say you're going to do, taking care of the customer, installing a product that is superior My motto is call the lady with a team you can trust, and I feel confident that we are a team that you can trust.
If you're looking to build your dream home, this is where it starts.
Introducing the Dream Studio by Woodland Homes, where the highest quality meets the best value in North Alabama.
When it comes to craftsmanship, we're second to none.
At Woodland Homes Dream Studio, you'll be working with seasoned professionals who are dedicated to providing you with unparalleled service and attention.
When you walk through the door, we want to make you part of our family.
The Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. Your dream starts here. Please call 830-9000 today.
There's something about carpet that gives a room a warm, soft feeling. Our carpet also gives you something else, peace of mind. All of our exclusive carpet brands are made in the USA and come with a lifetime warranty. So feel free to live your life exactly the way you want. Get your soft carpet from the flooring experts at Wolde Flooring. Visit our new showroom in Madison, locally owned since 2002.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
Hello and welcome to our Dream Home Studio.
You know, Melissa, this Dream Studio is so much fun for all of our customers because we have thousands of selections here. But one of the things that we're heavily involved in is remodels. If you're interested in remodeling, having a new updated kitchen with new tops, new flooring, new appliances, give us a call at Woodland Homes and ask for Tony, 830-9000, and we would love to turn your kitchen into a dream kitchen. So give us a call today.
Okay, we're back and now I'm going to work on the beer rice, and this is such an interesting dish and it is very, very tasty, especially with this pork chop dish. So I've got a half a stick of butter, I've got a half a cup of white onion, sweet onion, and then a half a cup of chopped green bell pepper. And I'm just going to saute those two little veggies in this butter until they are a little softened, and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. All right, oh, these smell delicious. This onion and green pepper cooking in this butter just smells wonderful. So the next step in this rice dish, I'm gonna turn the temperature down. I want to add, I've got 2 cups of boiling water here with 2 chicken bouillon cubes that are, they've melted some, they haven't completely disintegrated in there, but they will. So I've got that. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of pepper and about a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. I like to use the Tony Chachere's. And then here comes the craziness. This is 3/4 cup of a beer. And even if you are not a beer drinker, I promise you don't taste the beer in this recipe. It just gives it a really delicious, unique flavor. Kind of like when you make beer bread, and the bread is phenomenal, but you don't taste the beer in it. And then I have a cup of long grain rice, and that's it. I'm gonna stir it. I'm gonna bring it to a boil, and as it boils, I'm gonna turn it way down, cover it, and let it simmer very, very low for about 40 minutes or until the rice is cooked. So I'll let that continue to boil. And then I'm going to step over here and I'm going to start on the green beans. So what I have here is a pound of salt pork, and it's very salty, but it is delicious to season green beans with. This is the way my sweet mother-in-law Sylvia always did her green beans, and we all loved them. She was the designated green bean bringer when we had potluck family dinners and all that. So what you want to do is just cut this. I start in the center. And you find this, in case you've never used it, you find it over by the cured ham, kind of, you know, close to where the meat section is, obviously. And then you just want to take it and cut it. You don't have to cut it in real big pieces, but I like to have pieces big enough to where people can pick it out if they want. I don't necessarily like to eat this in the green beans. It just gives the green beans such an incredible flavor. So I'll just kind of rough chop this. And I'm gonna turn this on. I've got my big pot I'm gonna saute this in. All right, so that's cut up enough, and now I'm going to add it. I've got a tablespoon of olive oil in here just to keep it from sticking, even though there's still a lot of fat in this salt pork. All right. So I am gonna cook this until it is nice and brown. I'm also gonna add, I have a half of an onion, a sweet onion that I sliced, just big slices, that I'm gonna dump in there with it. And it'll take about 10 minutes to get this where I want it to be, and then I'll show you guys how I throw in frozen green beans and a little water, and then just simmer them for 30 to 45 minutes. All right, this smells fantastic, and as you can see, the salt pork got nice and browned, and the onions look delicious. So the next step is I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of white sugar. And just get that stirred in there. And I can smell the rice cooking. I've got it simmering on real low. The pork chops are in the oven, and everything smells fantastic. Okay, so the next step in the process is to take, and of course if you have access to fresh green beans, by all means use those. But when fresh isn't available, frozen is the next best thing, and that's what I have here. It's 2 pounds of frozen Italian green beans. I love Italian green beans. They're the little flat ones. If that's not around, then you can just use the cut green beans. So I'm just gonna pour those beans down in there. I'm gonna give it a little bit of Cajun seasoning, just about a teaspoon. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taste it after it's cooked a little bit, because I probably don't need to add any more salt, pepper, or seasonings, because that's what that salt pork is for, to be your main seasoning. So now I'm just gonna pour 4 cups of water over the green beans, or just enough to barely cover them. And now, I love this part, when you get to the part where you just put the cover on and just let it do its thing, let it simmer. Okay, so now I just have to get a lid on this, and I am going to move it over to my burner that has the simmer mode here on the left. So this is gonna simmer covered for about 30 minutes, and when we come back, I'm gonna show you guys how I do these delicious little cream cheese muffins.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf Jones, Conchin, Wolf, Hancock, and Daniel for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys of Wolf Jones, Conchin, Wolf, Hancock, and Daniel to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services. At Quality Plus, our motto is don't call 3, call me, because where else can you find North Alabama's finest craftsmen who can handle all of your residential roofing, drywall, and painting needs. At Quality Plus, all work is 100% guaranteed, and no job is too big or too small, whether it's new construction or remodeling. So for your roofing, drywall, and painting needs, don't call 3, call me at Quality Plus Production, 256-990-7578.
I had the best dream last night. We were building a new house or remodeling, and I found the most gorgeous tile. Tumbled noche for the master bath, Venetian gold granite for the kitchen, and a beautiful custom backsplash. And while shopping, I ran into Jean-Luc.
So, you're heading to Jenkins Brick and Tile today?
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Jenkins Brick and Tile, Madison Boulevard in Madison. We'll show you the tile of your dreams.
If you're looking to remodel or build your dream home, it all starts at the Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. At Woodland Homes Dream Studio, you'll work with seasoned professionals dedicated to providing you with the very best, whether you're starting from scratch or remodeling. And with thousands of selections to choose from, the Dream Studio offers everything you need at the absolute highest quality, all under one roof. The Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. Live your dream. Call 830-9000 today.
Okay, we're back and now I'm ready to start on the cream cheese muffins. This might possibly be the easiest bread recipe you'll ever run across and a pretty delicious one. They are so delectable and light and airy. So what you want to do is start with a stick of butter and you want to bring it to room temperature. I forgot to take mine out, so I just microwaved it a little bit on about 20 seconds. And then you want a block of cream cheese, 8 ounces of cream cheese, bring that to room temperature, and we're going to mix these together first, these two ingredients. All right, so that is blended well. Now the next step is 2 tablespoons of sugar, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. Okay, and then the next step is to gradually add a cup of self-rising flour, and that's the key. You definitely need to use self-rising. And then I'm just gonna mix half in now and then half after this is mixed. Years ago, I stopped serving bread for the most part with our dinner, so when I do make bread, it's always extra special to have. Okay, so the dough is gonna be somewhat stiff, and that is okay. All right, so that is done. And I love the simplicity of this recipe. So now you want to take, and this makes 2 dozen. So I've got my 2 dozen little muffin pan here, mini muffin pan. You can certainly use the bigger ones if you'd like. But I'm just going to take, I was going to use this little ice cream scooper, but I think I'm just going to use a teaspoon. And you just want to spoon just about a teaspoon down into the muffin tin. Our featured community today is Overland Cove, which is out in the Monrovia area, and I tell you, it is just amazing out there, the things that are happening. It's an incredible little carefree community that we have, and we've got a lot of new building going on out there. It's such a neat genre of people out there. There's singles, there's empty nesters, and what they all have in common is that they love the carefree living, you know, out there. There's no more lawn care, no having to clean out a pool or what have you. It's all there for you. Beautiful amenity package with a great clubhouse to have parties if you don't want to get your house messed up. So I would encourage all of you to go take a look 7 days a week out at Overland Cove. Of course, it's another beautiful model home that my mother decorated, and would love for you guys to see it. And I know Mike can't wait to tell you much more about Overland Cove and everything exciting and new that's happening over there. Okay, so I've got the last one. And what you're going to do now is put these in a 400-degree oven for 15 to 18 minutes. Usually they're done in about 15, but depending upon your oven, it may take a little longer, so just watch them towards the end. All right, so I'm going to get these in the oven, and when we come back, we're going to taste all this delicious food, and Mike has a lot more to tell you about Overland Cove.
When we came to looking for a cabinet company and a manufacturer to use, and with Wellborn being the selection, Wellborn has a good foundation within the company and the folks that run their company. And when you have a good foundation, things typically follow suit with that and things will stay steady. Their values, I feel like, are on a solid foundation. I feel like their true intent is to build a product that will be a lasting product, and you're going to love what you see.
Wellborn Cabinets, the essence of cabinetry, at Woodland Homes of Huntsville.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy. GE Monogram, Bob Wallace Appliance, and you, when only the best will do.
So today we're out at Overland Cove, and Overland Cove is our townhome and garden home community. It is perfect for the single parent, the young professional, or even the empty nester. So what makes Overland Cove so appealing to so many people is it's truly a carefree maintenance-free style of living. Your lawn care is taken care of for you. You don't have to worry about cutting the grass. You can throw away your lawnmower, but then you have home ownership. This is a very, very private community, and everything is landscaped like you would live in a resort. So I've got another home over here I want to show you. I want to show you 3 different versions: a loft version, a semi-loft version, and then also a traditional version. So come on, let's take a look. So the home that you're in right now is our semi-loft version, and I really love it. It's traditional, but it has a little bit of a loft flair just because we've added some brick. Now, one thing that these homes will feature is they live so much bigger than what the actual square footage is. The homes in here are 1,200 to 1,800 square feet, but we've added big, huge vaulted ceilings. We've added plant ledges just to really open up the feel of these particular homes. We've also come in and we've added some brick also in the kitchen. But in the semi-loft version, you're also getting the updated hardware, the updated finishes on the cabinets, and then also the glass ceramic tile backsplash. So I love this version. If you don't want to go with the full exposed beams, then you can go with the semi-loft version. Now let's take a quick look at the traditional version, and it's our fully furnished model. So you'll see what the homes look like and what they lived like with furniture in them. So let's go look at that. Now this is our traditional version, and as you can see, we have put furniture in here, and this has always been a successful product for us. So this plan has several different versions. Some of our townhomes we can modify to where you can use this as a formal dining room. You do have your breakfast room over here, but also you could use it basically just as a little study. So this is kind of what we call a flex room. So the kitchen, we've gone with a little bit more of our traditional cabinetry. This is a brand new floor plan that we've just developed, and it is getting a lot of great responses. Lives big, it lives like a home, and that's what's so great about this particular home. So let's go look at our Urban Loft series. And I was inspired by this because my daughter and I went to New York City last year. So my daughter and I, we rented an apartment. Well, when we got there and showed up, it was a loft apartment. And I'm like, man, this apartment is so neat. It had a lot of brick on the inside of it, brick wall. It had beautiful hardwood floors throughout, and it had exposed beams and exposed ductwork. And so really that got me thinking about, man, what an opportunity in order to be able to bring this back to Huntsville and do a loft townhome series. So we have just completed our brand new model home out at Overland Cove, and this version is the loft series. It'll feature the exposed trusses, it'll feature the exposed ductwork, the brick accent walls in the interior of it, the honed hardwood floors throughout, and it just gives it such a really, really urban look, and it is perfect for the singles, single parents, or the young professionals. So if you truly want to look at the latest and greatest for the Huntsville market, come out and look at our urban loft designs at Overland Cove.
I've lived here about 8 months.
They followed through on what they said they were going to do.
Exactly right.
Love the neighborhood.
Lots of kids.
Love the location.
I mean, it's just a nice place to live.
And we love all the neighbors and love the style, everything.
It's just a wonderful place to hang out.
I've highly recommended it to friends. I have quite a few referrals that I've turned into friends. So, hey, make your friends your neighbors.
Hello and welcome to our Dream Home Studio.
You know, Melissa, this Dream Studio is so much fun for all of our customers because we have thousands of selections here. But one of the things that we're heavily involved in is remodels. If you're interested in remodeling, having a new updated kitchen with new tops, new flooring, new appliances, give us a call at Woodland Homes and ask for Tony, 830-9000, and we would love to turn your kitchen into a dream kitchen. So give us a call today.
All right, we're back, and as you can see, I'm missing my partner. This peachy pork chop dish is something that Mike loves, but he cannot be here. He is out at Overland Cove, knee deep with all kinds of new things that we have going out there. So I'm just gonna do this solo. But we've got, of course, these are the peachy pork chops right here. I've got the cream cheese muffins that are absolutely, you guys, you have to make this. They are delicious. My green beans, or Grand Seal's green beans, I should say. And then the beer rice, which is so unusual. You guys have to try that as well. And actually, my producer is thrilled because this means that he gets more of this food and he and Mike don't have to fight over it. But anyway, you guys, there is no better time to buy a house than right now. And I just encourage you guys to go to Overland Cove or any of our communities. You can find information online at woodlandhomes.com. I also want to always give a shout out to our wonderful sponsors. They make this show possible and we appreciate them so much. And if you need anything around your house done or an attorney, what have you, just get on our website at woodlandhomes.com, check out our sponsors. It goes directly to their links. And of course, you can always find my recipes at woodlandhomes.com. I also have a blog that you can Google Dream Home Cooking Girl and it'll pop up. I put recipes on there daily. And of course, Dream Home Cooking with Woodland Homes, our Facebook page, also has a lot of recipes each day that I upload. So we're gonna wrap this up and we will see you guys out in the communities.